Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we are going to be having a look at the release build of Limes Kratos. Now, this truck is based on a Freightliner Sportchassis, and there are a lot of different uses for this truck. Now, we're going to go into all of the customization features, all of the trailer options, and things like that in a little while, but we're also going to be obviously spawning in multiple variants of this truck, and by doing that, we're going to be able to test different versions of it at the same time. Now, in terms of what this thing is like to drive, that completely depends on how you set it up. And what is this truck for? Well, it's for a number of different things. It's for objective-based gameplay, it's for scouting, it's for hauling, it's for mudding, it could even be for crawling if that's your cup of tea as well. Now, a lot of work has gone into this truck over time, and I could not be more happy about the fact that it's finally out there and available to you guys. Now, when this video first goes live, this truck is obviously going to be available on the PC mod browser on mod.io, and then as far as the console release, it will be releasing on console as soon as the developers have the opportunity to test it and approve it. So without any further ado, let's fire this thing up, get it into the garage, and take a look at some of the customization features, and then we're also going to spawn in a second variant of it after that, and have two versions of it to test out a couple of different types of driving dynamics in. It sounds so good, by the way. And look at the lights. Look at the freaking, like, LED tail lights, and also the headlights. Like, everything, it's got, like, daytime running lights. It's got just about everything you might want. And then if you actually turn the lights on, the lights brighten up. It's so cool. It's so freaking cool. And also, just like a lot of Lime's other trucks, I encourage you to drive this thing in the base tune, because the base tune is no slouch whatsoever. The base tune is plenty quick, so if you're looking for a little bit more of a vanilla game experience, definitely leave it on the base tune. But if you're looking for a little bit more of a more powerful experience, there are some very interesting options for you in that realm. Now, engine-wise, we have the stock, then we have the C211, and then we have the C211 tuned. Now, this one is going to be your sort of upgraded tune, and then this one is going to be your overpowered tune. So for this one, we're going to go with the upgraded tune, and then for the second build, we're going to do the overpowered tune. Now, gearbox-wise, you have default, fast, heavy tow, and normal tow. We're going to do the probably the normal tow for this one, and then we'll do the fast transmission for the second build. Now, we're going to do the tow setup on this rig, but one of the coolest ones, in my opinion, is actually the slammed tow setup. Now, the cool thing about the slam tow setup is that, like, if you're doing maybe like a roleplay scenario on a map or something like that, or maybe you're out on one of the highway hauling maps, you could literally have a full-on slammed tow rig / show truck if you really wanted to. But if you wanted to take this thing onto some trails, or maybe take it into the mud, you have the flex tune as well. So this one's going to get, like I said before, the tow setup. And let's see. So as far as highway tires, or not even highway tires, but just tires in general, you have these BKT tractor tires, and you have OP, as you can see on the left, you have the OP designated tires, and you also have the sort of like normal designated tires. Now, if you want a more vanilla game experience, you can go with the normal one, and if you want a over-the-top, overpowered experience, you have that option as well. And that's the beauty of this truck, is that it really does give you the option of going either way. Now, off-road wise, you got these dually swampers, and I'm going to actually go with, oh man, I love those IROCs as well. But I think we're going to actually go with the, let's see, I think we're going to actually go with Dubs Boggers in not necessarily the top size, but like one size down from that. And then we also have dually swampers and more IROCs, as well as a single super swamper and another set of Dubs Boggers. And you also have these, which are the Gov doubles. Now, these are a very different type of tire that Limes hasn't really used on any of his trucks before, but I really do like the way they look. I really think they bring out another kind of vibe, another flavor for this truck, and I'm really glad that they're here. Now, they are also an excellent rated tire in snow and ice, so if you're using this on a campaign map that is icy or snowy, I would definitely recommend running those. Now, we're going to put the Gooseneck Hitch in the back, and truck bed wise, you can run a truck bed or a flat deck. We're going to run the truck bed on this one. We're going to do the, let's see, front bumper, you can do the weighted cross, which we'll do that. We're not going to really worry too much about that. Front bumper and rear bumper, that's a bit weird. There's front bumpers in the rear bumper designation. That's a little weird. I don't know why that's happening, but I guess we're going to move forward from there. We'll do cross rear, and we'll do HD steps. And we're definitely going to do the light bar up top. And let's see, hood stack. Let's see, increased coal hood stack. And then we could do the bed stacks with more or less smoke. I'm going to do the dump pipe, actually. And then you can actually have different levels of window tint, like some of Lime's other trucks. And I think for this one, we're going to do the orange accent fuel wheels. And I'm going to leave it on the orange, kind of like the goldish orange. Hey, we can throw beads on the dash as well. That's freaking sick. Oh, I love it. All right, so let's fire this thing up. And then I'm going to raise the suspension. And now we're going to get a gooseneck trailer behind it. And we're going to build our secondary version of this rig. Now let me turn around. And let me also hope and pray that the gooseneck trailer actually wants to hook up. So we got the short flatbed gooseneck. I'm going to need the short flatbed gooseneck lifted. And where is it? There we go. Flatbed gooseneck lifted. So flatbed gooseneck lifted is definitely the one you're going to want when you're running a truck this big. And it still has a little bit of a downward lean to it, but not really going to worry too much about that. Now, if you wanted to do cargo hauling with this setup, you totally could. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it to haul a mud truck version of the truck we just built. So now we're going to spawn in another Kratos. Oh, we don't need the garage menu for that. We need the create menu. And we need to find it in the spawn list again. There it is. And real quick, we're going to go ahead and run this thing into the garage. This is going to be a very simple build. It's not going to take very long, but it's going to be C211 tuned. And let's see, fast transmission. And now we're going to throw the flex tune on it. We're going to throw the, yes, oh my God, yes, the OP BKT tractor tires, absolutely. And no hitches, don't need one. And I'm going to run probably the flat deck on this one just to kind of differentiate the two trucks. And we're going to do the non-weighted cross bumper, the HD steps, the light bar up top, and we will do the dual stacks in the bed. And I'm going to say the dark tint. And let's do one of the crazy colors. Now, if you go down here, there's a bunch of really bright extra colors that he's added with this truck. You could do the purple if you wanted to. You could do kind of this dark purple as well. I like the red because the red is really bright, but I also like the lime green. They all look really, really good. Beans on the dash for this one as well. All right, and now also going to give you guys a little bit of a look at the interior so you can see beans right there. And the cool thing about the interior is that the accent color actually changes according to what your exterior color is. So now let's go back outside. We'll fire it up and get this thing up on the trailer. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a properly fun time with this rig. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have gone with the wider trailer. Just a thought. All right, I'm going to shut it down. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for the best that it packs, and it does. Yes. All right. Happy about that for sure. Come on, ramps. There we go. Finally, the ramps decide to cooperate. All right. So now, we're going to get this thing out to some obstacles, and I'm definitely thinking that some of the obstacles are going to require, well, not require a tire change, but would definitely be better off with a tire change. So I'm also going to change the weather real quick because I wasn't necessarily happy with that weather. I was like, yeah, I'm not too happy about that. All right, let me go around the sign and around the barrier. God, I love the way this setup looks. This setup is one of those setups where, like, if you rolled up to a mud park with this, I mean, not only would you basically be flexing on everybody there, you would have probably one of the craziest setups that had ever been seen. Oh my God. Dude, that's freaking crazy though. And I love all the different like accents that you can do on the rig itself because at the end of the day, I mean, you can set this thing up for literally whatever approach you'd like. I mean, and I mean that so sincerely. Like, we have ultimate tow rig right there. We have ultimate mud truck on the back. And then that mud truck can also be adjusted to become not only maybe another mud truck, but it could also become a crawler. It could become, you know, like a rock rig. It could become like a scout for campaign mode. Just about literally whatever you want. All right, so we're going to find a good spot to unload that truck first. And I don't necessarily think we need to do this particular hill climb test because I think we all know what the result is going to be. I think we're going to go straight to the mud, and once we get to the mud, we'll unload we'll unload the truck on the trailer. Ease it on down, and handbrake. Wow, when I got on the handbrake, that weighted bumper dug in and actually caused me suspension damage. That's pretty wild. All right, I'm gonna shut you down and swap over. Let's get you down off the trailer. And, all right, let's wait a second. 3, 2, 1, go. Send it. Oh my God. Okay, well, it ignores the shallow mud. With this tune, yeah, it ignores the shallow stuff. It ignores the first mud lane. What about the second mud lane? All right. It just about ignores that one too. God, don't roll over. Okay. The center of gravity is pretty well positioned, actually. I've got to admit. All right, full send into the pond. Okay, that makes it work for it a little bit. The pond definitely makes it work for it, but it's certainly not like, it's certainly not like overpowering it at all. All right, let's go. This deep stuff, it actually really has to work for this as well. Really has to work for this. Wow. You have to be in low. Like, you cannot really go any faster than low in this really thick mud in this truck. Now, I know that there's probably a lot of people out there that would look at this thing and go, oh, it's just gonna like blast through everything. Honestly, that's not the case, or at least that's not what I'm finding on screen right now. Yeah, this thing is definitely having to work for it out here in the mud, which is good, though, because that means that, some of the mudding maps that you might take this thing to will actually prove to be quite a challenge for this truck. Now, the shallow stuff, I mean, sure, it's going to blast right through that, but the stuff like this, it might have to work for it, and that's okay. That's good. All right, let's make our way a little bit further on. Come on. It should get some more grip any second now at the edge of the mud pit. All right, there we go. Let's try a slightly different tire setup, because I really want to see how these do. Yeah, there we go. The OP Gov doubles. Now, the Gov doubles are kind of like, they're almost a weird, like, you feel like you would find them on, like, a commercial truck, or maybe, like, maybe some other, like, like a type of military truck or something like that. But they look good on this, though. They look really good on this, actually. And I know I said I didn't need to take it up into the rocks, but you know what? I now feel compelled to take it into the rocks because, whoa, okay. Maybe that wasn't the best plan. Oh, there we go. Never mind. We're fine. I just want to see, now that we've got a crawler suspension, I just want to see what this thing is actually like in the rocks. God, the crawler suspension in high mode is incredibly high. I can only imagine that it's going to make this thing very top-heavy, though. Easy. Come on. Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to have to brace against the edge. The grip is not a problem. The grip is fine. It's the top-heaviness that I'm having to think about right now. I'm walking it on its side, and... oh, never mind. It's fine, because I got unlimited winch distance. Just pull it over. And it's good. All right, we'll swap back into you. And now it's time for the dips obstacle and, of course, the bridge jump, which the bridge jump in this is going to be wild. It is so fast. I mean, with the top engine and the fast transmission, it is one of the fastest rigs you will have in your garage. I promise you that. Whoa. That was sketchy, though. Like, the way the suspension twists up, especially when you're going fast, it definitely makes you realize that the crawler suspension was not designed to go that fast. And that's fine. That's perfectly okay. But if you want to find yourself in some really strange, hilarious scenarios, yeah, throw the top engine and transmission in it, and then throw the flex suspension on it, and then go to town, and, yeah, you're going to have some interesting results on your hands, that's for sure. All right, bridge jump time. Ain't that right, Beans? Yep. Oh, God. Come on. These tires are not terrible on pavement, actually, and I like that. They're not, they're not the kind of tires that are going to be slithering all over the place constantly. Although I do have to say, the normal brakes are more effective than the e-brake. Not sure why, but that seems to be the case. Some trucks, the e-brake is more effective. Other trucks, the normal brakes are more effective. On this, it's definitely the normal brakes that are more effective than the e-brake. All right, let's ease it on down. We're already in 4th gear. 5th. 8th. Oh, God. All right. That's going to be a big one. Well, that was pretty anticlimactic, wasn't it? That was like just right into the tree. and the tree didn't really... It's like, it moved the tree, and then the truck itself... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to repair and refuel, dang it. But no, like, the tree didn't really care, but neither did the truck. The tree was like, ah, I'm a solid object, and the truck was like, ah, so am I, because it's a Limes truck. But with that being said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video about Limes' latest rig, and if you did, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.